Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I want to bring you with me to plan our next week. I usually use Saturdays and Sundays to plan our weeks, and that's what I am about to do today with you guys. I will see you after the intro. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Emma. Today I want to bring you with me to plan our next week for our homeschool year. We start already and we finish with our first week. Everything was working very well for us. And I would like to continue just planning with this planner that we're using. It's a simple plan. I am using the student planner this year, and I have the planner in here for my kid. We just decide to add a sticker on top of his front cover to just make a difference in between each of them because we have exactly the same planner. And I decided to go with this planner because it's small, it's easy to carry. We do a lot of car schooling, and I think it was going to just be easy for us. So I will just start opening in here. I will go to the month of August. We already went through our weeks to our first week. We went already through our first week, and if you can see, I marked everything already. I am using different colors for the different subjects. In here I am using for Bible yellow, I am using for all about reading, grammar, and writing red, and then for the all about homophones blue we have green, a little bit of green in here. This will be for math, Simply Good and Beautiful level 3 because the book is green. And we are using purple for America's Story and a Story of the World. For science we are using green, and for Spanish we are using orange, and it has nothing to do with the color of the books. I just decided to go with that color. And my son is using exactly the same thing. He's been doing some colors. He's been using color for his planner. So I would like to show you his and how he's been working with his planner very well. So here I have his planner. And if you notice, he decided just to use whatever color he feels like using that day. So he don't have a certain pattern for a certain subject like I do. So he's using yellow, blue, different colors for the different subjects, and I am happy with that as long as he enjoys doing it and he keeps account with what he needs to be marking, meaning that he marks every time he finishes something or we finish something. Okay, so with that being said, in here I am going to be planning our week with you guys. I already have this mark. I add the name of the subjects that we are doing. First one is Bible, language arts, math, history and geography, science, and electives, which we had a Spanish so far. I might add something else, I'm not quite sure, but that is how it is so far. I have already in here something written because I made note of some of the games that I want to be using for this week as well. I just made note, just looking to what I wanted to have. Some of the game I might have already that I purchased, and some others I haven't purchased, and I just added in here just in case I am able, but I don't think I will be able to purchase some of the games that I made note already. I will see what happens, and I will see how I am going to be adding the games. I am going to be working at this time, and this week I will be working, starting my work already. So I am going to see if I will have to change anything or no. And here I have the words. I don't know if you guys are able to see it, but in here I have the words, some of the words that I think he needs more practice with, that I notice is misspelling those words. So I just add them in here. So let's just start. I'm going to start always with Bible. We are using the Bible Made Easy. If you want a flip through the pages, just leave me a comment. This is one of the books that everybody is been asking me. I like to use this book because it's actually as it states, it's easy for them to understand. It just explain everything with detail, but very concise at the same time, and you can just corroborate with your Bible because it has the where they're getting that information from the Bible, which book of the Bible they're getting that information. So it's always in here. This is an example here, you can see, and it's something that we really enjoy. So far we are on page 50. That's what we're doing so far. We've been through this book little by little because I want him to be able to understand. I do go and look at what it says in here, the book that they're getting this information, the book in the Bible. That's what I'm trying to say. Sometimes I don't know what is happening to me. I can just formulate the words correctly. Not quite sure. But either way, what I am trying to say is I do go to the book in the Bible that they are just getting this information from, okay? So I will add in here these pages. So I will be adding for the Bible Made Easy right in here. Usually, if you notice in here, I just add the pages. So that's what I will be doing here. So pages. And we're going to be doing 50 and 51, and I think my pen is about to give up because he was using my pens to color, which I really don't like. And these pens are quite expensive. He has his own pens, but for some reason he likes to use mine. This is one of mine. This is a Frixion pen, and I really like these ones. I have tried the other ones and I didn't like them. That is something I'm going to talk a little bit later, but so far these ones are being working very well for me. So I will need another pen. Give me just 1 second. I am going to grab that one. Okay, you guys, so I am back. I am just going to add some color to these, and I am just adding the pages. That's what I usually do. So 50 and 51 for the Bible Made Easy. I sometimes like to add in here the next pages. Sometimes I don't. And I just add pages in here because depends on how long it takes us these. I just don't like to start adding a bunch of pages because he really is very interested in knowing more and get to know more about the Word of God. So sometimes I just leave it blank or I just add accordingly. So in that type of way, sometimes I kind of do like a reverse planning when it comes to the Bible. But today and for the past weeks, I've been just adding actually the pages. And if we start and if we take a little bit longer, then I just add in here or erase these and just add the pages that we've been working with. So far 52 and 53 in here for Tuesday. Then we're going to be doing 54, page 54. That will be for Wednesday. And I am looking to do page 55 for Thursday. If you hear a noise, those are my neighbors. And for Friday, we do what I call Fun Friday. It's just games. It is still learning because we do learning games. In here, I have a Bible trivia. For the past week, I did Bible trivia as well with him. We had a lot of fun, and let me tell you, that's a way to know if your kid is retaining information. You are just playing, and at the same time you get to know if they're actually retaining that information. So I think that's very important. So that is what we're doing on Friday, which is Bible trivia. Let me just go on top of my pencil. After I'm done with Bible, I just stop here and continue with the next subject. I have to add in here the prayers and promises for boys. We're going to be talking about honor, so we are going to be looking at page 6 and 7. And I like to do that for the entire week for him to be able to learn those verses. Sometimes I have to repeat or go back again and review. And I do that for the entire week. And that's how I do with the Bible. Next thing is that we continue reviewing the key truth from More Than Words. So the past week we were doing I am called. I am going to be doing I am adopted. At some point I will be adding our devotional cards, but for this week I will just continue with the key truth, and probably for the next weeks that we're going to be doing for this month. Okay, and that's it for Bible. So you can see already in here how I made note of everything. I will add this back to our card. This is where I have everything organized, and I will be showing you guys that later. Next thing we're going to be looking is all about reading. For all about reading, I have his book in here, so I am going to be checking where we left. Here we have some sticky notes. We were on this lesson. This is lesson 21. I'm just looking here, lesson 21, phonogram and we were on page 181. We were just looking at the games. We practiced already the words. This is something that we did already. I made sure that we spent an entire week because I wanted to make sure that he actually understood. He said he did understood, so I am going to move on for lesson 22, and we're going to be doing read the mailbox. So I am going to be adding in here lesson 22 right here. I hope you guys can see that well, just like I added here. Sometimes if I see I am not going to have a lot of space, which is the case in here, I think I'm going to erase these, and I am going to add it just like the one on the previous page. So I will add lesson 22 here. Let me just look in here. Yes, page 185. And I am doing this. I usually like to add the thing that we're going to be doing, if it's a phonogram or if it's a reading a story. But because we don't have that many space in this planner, I am just abbreviating and just adding the pages. So here I will add grammar. Okay, I will add as well writing. We are going to be adding in here what I do for what we are going to be doing for writing in here on the side, and then I am going to be adding in here, let me just make sure, all about homophones. And I add obviously the page, so I am going to be adding there the page. So for all of our reading, pretty much we're going to be doing exactly the same thing for the entire week. So I am going to be adding here lesson 22. obviously the pages. I am going to be adding as well. So lesson 22, I always take the time to review the cards, and depends on how long we take with that. I continue going with the next pages. So I will be doing probably 185 and 186 this day. We will continue then with 187. And that pretty much will repeat for the next week. We are just going to be reading the story and repeating everything again just to make sure he understood. So 185 again in here until 187. Turn the planner, and I am going to be doing again in here lesson 22, pages 185 and until 187 actually. There you go. We are going to be adding grammar in here. We're going to be adding writing. We're going to be adding all about homophones. No, actually not all about homophones. I'm doing this wrong, I guess. We don't do all about homophones. We do a spelling and manuscript. Spelling, and then we have the handprint will be manuscript, just like that. We do the same thing for Tuesday, so I am going to repeat. I just forgot that. We're going to be adding grammar, writing in here, spelling, and in this case will be cursive. So that's what I will write in here, cursive. And now you will just see me adding the rest to the rest of the days. Okay, so I will have you some music in here. I am done with all about reading. I am going to be going now with the spelling. So I will look in here. I will open these pages. We were on step A. That's where we were going to be doing. Okay, you guys, in the last video just turned off, but here I am just passing on top of these that I wrote in pencil. So I will be doing 4 games for all about reading phonetical sounds, and the game will be the SWAT. So that is in there. I do usually use for his activities for all about reading and all about spelling the programs and activities that are free on the all about reading website for you to be able to use with the all about reading and all about spelling. So if you want to check that out, I will leave the link in the description box for you guys, and I will be sharing that link in here. You guys can just look at I think I will put it in the description box for you guys, because I think it will be easier you guys clicking on it and just being able to just go towards the all about Learning Press website and look for those activities. If you look to the resources area on their website, you are going to find a lot of activities that are going to be very fun and are going to just enhance the program, even though all about reading has a lot of activities. But if you're looking for all about spelling and you notice there's no activities in the book for all about spelling, you can just add the ones that are on their website free. And I think that's very important, and it's really good that they have those activities for you to be able to use them completely free. If you want to receive those activities on your email, straight to your email, you can just add the All About Learning Press to your email, and you will be receiving those emails with the suggestions for the game. So here I have All About Spelling. I finished already with All About Spelling, and I will give you a view of how I have things organized in our cart, and the reason why I am going in this order. You will see that probably on my next video, where I will be showing how is the our homeschool room looking, which is not really a homeschool room. We are using an area in our in my bedroom, and that's what we are using for homeschool room, because it's the quietest place. Is next to light. It's just good. It feels good just to be in here when he needs a quiet time for some of the subjects. Okay, so I will be going now for All About Homophones, and I would like to add the page. I think the last time he was doing page 68, so I am pretty sure that'll be page 69 now. And we're looking in here, yes, page 69. So I am going to be adding those pages in here, 69 and 69, no, actually 78 for this week, for this day. So 69 and 70. Why am I saying 78? No idea, that's just me. Something I don't like for some reason from these pens is that you have to wait until it dries completely, because if not, you will create a mess in here, even though what you're trying to do is actually to erase. So here I have page 70. I hope you guys can see that well. Page 70 there. And I am done with All About Homophones for this week. I will add it in here again in our card. So now I am looking for grammar and writing. That's what I am going to be adding in here. So I will look for grammar. Here I have his grammar. He's been working with his grammar very well. He's been doing everything he needs to do. I've been letting him decide what he wants to do with his days. If he wants to use pencil, he can use a pencil. If he wants to use his color pens, he can use the color pens to be able to identify the parts of the speech. So that is what I've been doing with him so far. Right now we are on week 2. We will be on week 2, and the only color that I'm not letting him use is red, because that is the color that I use to correct his work. Sometimes I like to use other colors, but when it comes to grammar, I like just to use the red because it's easy to identify if you use some other colors. So we have in here, learn it. We're on week 2. We will be doing pronoun. So this is what I am going to be adding in here. Usually I just explain to him what we have to do, and then he start immediately with day 1. Sometimes I like to take my time and just, it depends, but usually I just explain and then he starts immediately with day 1 the same day. So I am going to be adding in here for grammar week 2, and I am abbreviating day 2, and in here I will add that we are doing pronoun. The same will go for the rest of the day. So here I will add grammar week 2 day, oops, let me let it dry and then I can erase. Let me just continue here. Grammar week 2 day 3. I made a mistake on the first one. This is not day 2, it's day 1. Let me just erase that. Day 1, day 2 will be in here, and day 3 and will be again, we're still with the pronoun. So I would like to add that there. Let me put week 2, day 1, day 2. And I tend to abbreviate a lot in this one because this planner is smaller than the one that I have before. It's not their parent planner or teacher planner. I am using the student planner, which is smaller in size. So week 2 2 again. Day 4. Pronoun. And the good thing about the Fix It grammar is that it just lasts 4 days. So the Friday still is free for us. We just do an activity that has to do with grammar and that's it. Now we are going obviously for writing. I have the space for writing already there. So I am just going to close this book. I am not adding yet first language lessons for the well-trained mind for the grammar. If you notice, I am just keeping things with the Fix It grammar until I see. Since this Fix It grammar, I noticed is pretty much repeating the same that he did already. It's more going like in a review with him. It's more going doing a review with him. It's just doing a review. So far, it hasn't introduced any new concepts. I will see if by the half of the book it will introduce another concept that he doesn't that he hasn't practiced or already knows. With writing, we've been doing the symbols, learning the abbreviations and symbols. He still doesn't know a lot of them, but that's fine because we will continue learning them while we are just working with the lesson. So what I am going to do is I'm going to start with lesson 1 in here. And it will be floating rocks. I'm not quite sure if I will add that in here. I will be just giving him the instructions for the first day and probably creating the outline and retelling. So I will say in here keyword outline and / retelling, which is what they suggest for a fun things and fascinating, and with pretty much all the ones that are theme books. You have a scope and sequence in here, but you have instructions for the parents on the guide, on their guide. So what I noticed with all things fun and fascinating is that the teacher guide is not as detailed as the one for people and places in our community. So that threw me a little bit off, but it's been working so far still. So we are not lesson 2, we're still lesson 1. We will be writing, retelling again, and writing actually. So I'm doing 1 still, retelling. We will do writing dictation, so he will dictate to me and I will write. Okay, so I have that there. For lesson, still lesson 1. Then he will be doing copying. Let me just make sure. Yes, I think he will be copy. And for day 4, because I don't ask him to type these on the computer after he's been copying it, after he's been actually writing the narration from this story, I sometimes just do the abbreviations and symbols. For the past year, I just start introducing abbreviations and symbols at the end, but I think this time I will have him just practice typing by just typing this story. So I will put in here typing and the abbreviations and symbols. Okay, and that's it for writing. Here we're going for a spelling. I think I put a spelling probably wrong. Let me see. Give me just 1 second. I think I did it wrong. Nope, I'm fine. I have to go to writing again. Apparently I didn't make note of that. Not writing, spelling, sorry. I have to go to a spelling again. Let's just go towards a spelling again. I think I just forgot to write that. So spelling step A. And step A in here. There we go. Now we are complete. So we have all about reading, grammar, writing, and all about homophones for Monday. Here we have all about reading, grammar, writing, spelling, and cursive for Tuesday. And here we have all about reading, grammar, writing, again, all about homophones, and it repeats for the spelling here on Thursday. And then we have manuscript. So we switch, we're doing cursive and manuscript, so he gets practice with both of them. So here I will go with math. Let me just get his book. So he will be doing math from Simply Good and Beautiful. Let me just look at the lesson that he's asked so far. So he finished lesson 25 and we're going to be doing lesson 26. Simply Good and Beautiful level 3 is what we're doing. Lesson 26. And we're going to be doing reading pictograph and tally chart. And I am going to be adding the pages. I do like to add the pages because if we are doing card schooling, I like to see exactly what I am doing, and it starts at page 88. And he will be finishing with this lesson on page 90, 91, so pretty much 3 pages. And because one of them is actually a game, if you can see, very colorful, this book, very beautiful. He's been enjoying the activities. He likes when it includes activities that we both can do and just challenge each other. A good activity was, let me see if I can see it in here right now. A good activity was this one. Where we challenge each other. It has a student, space for the student, a space for the parent and teacher, and we were just circling the little cows and sheep, and he has to put the numbers in here. So that was a good practice and it was fun and he enjoyed. We do a lesson a day unless I see that he needs more help with the concept. He's not understanding something. I tend to stay a little bit longer with that lesson, but usually we just do a lesson a day. And because it is a spiral, we're just going back again. So that is good about the Simply Good and Beautiful. We are on lesson 27 here for Tuesday. And we're going to be doing liters and milliliters. I am going to add Simply Good and Beautiful level 3, and I am adding this information in here because at some point we are going to be ending prior we finish our year with level 3, and he's going to go straight into level 4, and that is the reason why you see me adding level 3 in there, okay? Just in case you were wondering. Pages start by page 92. We continue with page until page 95, 3 pages again. We're going for day 3. And pretty much I am abbreviating everything. I will do exactly the same thing with his planner. You obviously are not going to be seeing that because it doesn't make sense. It will be exactly the same thing as these, adding it to his planner until he's able to just do it himself. Subtracting rounded amounts of money. And we are doing pages 96. Let's see if it lasts 3 pages. Yes, and 98. Pretty much, no, even more. We have an activity in here that we have to cut. So I just want you guys to see that. So here we have an activity. So that is the reason why it lasts a little bit more. So it will be page 99 for this lesson, and then he will have an assessment. There you go. And for the assessment will be on Thursday. Obviously he's not gonna finish everything on Thursday. I will just obviously stop at some point. Okay, you guys, and apparently my camera wants to make me work extra hard today. But I was just saying that I am going for America's Story, Science Unit, and Spanish. I just want to give you a good view of what I have doing so far. Hope you guys are able to see that. And this is how it's been looking with the spelling words that I have in here. I still have to add some, and in here I have part of what I did already for his all about reading, grammar, science units. Okay, so I am just going to be making this view a little bit smaller so you guys can see right there. And I am going to continue working in here. So I am going for America's Story. I already finished with math. I am going to add that here. We are doing America's Story, and I'm going to add this in here. We are on chapter 1. That's what we've been doing. And we're going to be starting with chapter 2. That is for our history, America's Story. Let me see if I just add, yes. So America's Story will be chapter 2. And we're going to be reading from chapter 2 and creating the activity. I have to look for those activities. I don't have that book in here. I think I'm gonna have to find it later on and add it, but I know we will have an activity for chapter 2, so I will put / in here, activity. And I will be showing you guys how everything looks inside my other planner. This is the planner that I will be using as well at home, and this one is usually for what we're going to be doing when we're doing car schooling. That's how I want things to be looking. Okay, so here I have chapter 2, and that will be for America's Story. And usually I will take, so page, yeah, in here, pages starting by page 15 till page 17. Yes, page 15 till 17. I will add chapter 2 here again, and we are talking about America's Story. And then we are going to be looking for page 18, pages 18 until page, let's see, page 19. And from page 20 till page 24 will be the third day. Chapter 2. And I stated that it was going to be page 20, pages 20 until page 24 right here. I am going to be adding in here as well a story of the world right here. So I would like to add that here, just for Mondays and Wednesdays. Okay, and whichever activity that we have for America's Story for each day, I will add here. Then on Thursday, we will be doing America's Story, and pretty much what I do is a review with him, or we work on his history timeline. So I will add America's Story here. Chapter 2. Review. And I will add whatever it is that I would like him to do here. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to have him doing the timeline, or if I just will do narration. I think he will be writing his narration. And that is something that I like to do with him every day. So I will be adding narration these days as well, just to let you guys know. So I am done with America's Story. I just have to add the activities, the page for the activities. I am going towards the story of the world. And we've been working with chapter 18. We're talking about Saladin of Jerusalem. That's where we are right now. So I am going to be adding in here chapter 18, Saladin of Jerusalem. And I will add the same thing. Sorry, I made a mistake in here. No, actually I did it right. I will add the same thing for the next Wednesday. Okay, so I have those 2 days for a story of the world. That's how I have it in here as well, if you notice. And then for the rest of the days I will be doing geography with him. So I will add geography now. I am grabbing our books in here. So I have here our geography books. This is Don't Know Much About the 50 States. We were doing Alabama. We're going to give a review to Alabama. So I will add here geography. Alabama. And we will do the activity. We've been talking about Alabama since the past week, so I would like just to finish that with this day, kind of like do a review, and at the same time making sure that we're working with the map and the activities that come with the activity book. So I am looking at Alabama page 8. And next one, we're going to be looking at the activity book here, and we're looking for page 48. We're going to look at Alabama in the map, and we're going to be using the cards as well. So I am going to be looking at all of that. I have it all in here. Let me just show you guys a little bit better right here. See? So I will be adding page 48 in here. Activity book, page 48, and a slash cards. Okay. For the next day will be Thursday. We will be working with geography again. Oops, sorry. We will start then with Alaska. Where we are going to be working with page 9 for Alaska. And with the activity book, we'll have to look for Alaska in here. We did an activity already, if you can see. Let me just look for Alaska here. Ooh, page 74. Let's see how that looks. And for this book, I didn't purchase the teacher guide. I just went straight and purchased just the workbook. That's what we've been doing. I might got it wrong. I don't see Alaska here, unless they're trying to make us do this. Let's see if I can. I made a mistake. Looking for Alaska. Where did I saw it? Here. Actually, it's page 74. So I am looking here, page 74. Here we have Alaska. This is what we're going to be working with right here. Page 74. I think I did this wrong. Maybe it's this. Alaska, page 9. 9. And page 74 here, activity book. And in here I will let me see if I can have that. The cards. Actually, I will leave it like that, and then I will add the cards for the next week, just like I am doing with this one. Or I might want to add it. And let me just add them in here. Cards. For this day for geography, we're going to be doing road of the United States. We already worked with the scramble states of America the past week, so we are going to be doing this geography game for this week. If you don't see anything, it's because I tend to write very small, especially in this one, in this planner. In here I'm putting Dr. Noggins for his game. We're done with geography, so I am going to add these books in here. And if you notice, I'm going in order of how we work with our subjects and materials. And now I am going to be working with the science. We're going to continue with the B units. Sorry, I'm trying to go a little bit faster because it's been taking quite long, these videos. So I will add B's. We're going to still talking about where they come from. And as well the anatomy. And I will share with you what I am using to do for the B units in a specific. But if you want to see how I am doing these small mini units, you can just check a video that I will leave somewhere around here for you guys to see, okay? But here I have the anatomy. I have to make sure I have to look for those books, and I will add them in here in this space in here. Here again, I am going to be adding science. So this is going to be and it's going to be the same. In here, we're going to be a honey taste for this day. Possible. Or we might do another activity as long as I have an activity there for him. For Spanish, we're working on page, let me just look at that page again. Starting on page 14. Of la cartilla fonética. In here I have a Simon Says activity for Spanish, learning the parts of the body. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing for Spanish. We do a Spanish as well on Wednesday, so I add a Spanish in here. We are studying the parts of the body, so I add songs, and in here I will be reading as well to him. For the games, we will just try to do again with the parts of the body so he can keep learning those parts of the body in Spanish. Okay, that's very important. So he will be working on page 14 till page, let me just add in here, page 15. Okay, and we're going to be working this day too with the blends. Okay, so I will add in here blends. There we go. And that's it. That's how I plan everything. I like to just do it quickly and easy, have everything organized. If I have to add something, I just add it. If I have to move something because we couldn't complete it that day, I just move it, make an arrow, and just keep on going. That's not a problem. Usually what I do is this: I make an arrow and write next, and I know that we will continue the next day if that is the case. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. If it is, please don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I will see you then. Bye bye.